Namaste and a pleasant morning to everyone. I take this opportunity to thank our parents for their valuable time and extensive support they have given us in every event conducted. I hope this event will freshen up your mind and be a worthwhile experience. Coming together is a beginning. Keeping working together is progress. And working together is always a success as well. Paavai Group of Schools extend a warm welcome to the Hub of Schools principal, teachers, parents, and students. We are honored in being the host of today's event on behalf of all the Hub of Schools. Good company and good welcome can make good people. I call upon Shrivika of Class 8 to deliver the welcome address.
For the life you really want and then work relentlessly towards making it a reality. Good leaders have vision and inspire others to help them turn vision into reality. Respected directors, sir, principal, coordinators, teachers, parents, and my dear friends, it's my pleasure to extend a cheerful welcome to you all. Your presence makes us very happy. The aim of art is to be present, not the outward appearance of things, but their inward significance. Our director, Sir Dr. C. Satish, is a person who sees things in a different perspective. His leadership quality is admired by all, and his enthusiasm is always remarkable. He is an inspiration to everyone. On behalf of everyone present here, I wholeheartedly welcome you, sir. Availing myself of this opportunity, I welcome our principal, sir, Mr. Rohit Satish, who is a well-wisher, supporter, and a motivator. He always encourages us to explore our horizon and boost confidence in everybody. I extend my warm welcome to you, sir. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce the guest of honor, Mrs. Bayaniveda ma'am. We have read and learned about people who have taken their hobby and made a profession out of it. One among the few is Mrs. Malaniveda ma'am, who made her childhood hobby into a profession and also took it to the next level. Fashion designer by education and an art educator by passion, she has been into arts and crafts since her childhood. She deals with varied styles in different mediums. Few of her favorites are sketching, inking, painting, Russian sculpture, resin, and texture painting. Her Instagram page is filled with works of art, which is mesmerizing to see and a treat for the eyes of the viewers. All over, she's a busy homemaker and an art educator. On the count of everyone, I cordially welcome you, ma'am. I am elated to welcome our academic coordinator and primary wing head, Mrs. Nanjani, ma'am. A person who's rewarding, appreciating, understanding, and always stimulates for the betterment of the students and also uplifts the positiveness in all. A heartfelt welcome to you, ma'am. Teaching is the greatest art of optimism. It gives me privilege to welcome all the teachers of this esteemed institution. I graciously welcome you, teachers. I benevolently welcome our parents who are all our constant support and are always welcome in joining hands in such events. I welcome you, parents. Finally, and importantly, I would like to extend my welcome to the technical team to the session. I hope this session will bring out the artist in everyone and also be a productive section. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shrivika. Art is not the possession of few who are recognized writers, painters, musicians. It is an authentic expression of any and all individuality. Those who have given the gift of creativity disclose the meaning of individuality to others. They learn to know and honor individuality in whatever forms it appears. The fountains of creativity, activity, and discovery are unleashed. The free individuality, which is the source of art, is also the final source of creative development. Art has an impact on brave wave patterns and emotions. It can also change a person's outlook and the way they experience the world. Let me call upon Mrs. Balaniveda to help us explore the world of various art. Over to you, ma'am.
Hello everyone. A very good morning to everyone. I'm very elated to be here. I hope my audio and video is going clear. I just want a confirmation, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, it's perfect.
Okay, thank you for the institution. Thank you for all the coordinators to having me. And thank you for the wonderful introduction. Very glad to be here, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. And we can start, ma'am. Children, here is a small instruction which I would like to give you all. If you are not able to cope up with ma'am, chat option is open for everybody. So you can put in your chat options. All your doubts and clarifications can be put in the chat options, and we will clarify your doubts then and there. Okay, children. So if there's any doubts in the procedure which ma'am is continuing, if you have any doubts, kindly use your chat option and put a text. We will clarify your doubts then and there. Okay, children? And thank you so much, ma'am. We can start.
So today we are going to do texture painting. Texture painting is something which is not going to be flat. It's going to be with textures. It's going to be with 3D. So kids are generally going to like these things because it's going to be very objective and it's going to be full of life. And today we are going to do roses and some leaves to support it. So how many like flowers and who specially roses? Just let me know in the chat. So what are your favorite flowers? What is your favorite color in the roses? Just let me know.
Yeah. Okay. The children have responded, ma'am. They like rose.
Okay,
Blue color
that's great.
rose, mixed color, red color, blue rose, yellow rose, pink.
So we are free to make different kinds of flowers today, and we could make different colors too, depending upon what kind of colors and shades you have with you. So are you guys ready with all the materials required with you?
Yes, ma'am. They are responding yes.
Great. So I'll switch on the cam, then we'll see how to do. First, I'll explain all the materials required, then we'll see how the basics we have to do, then we'll go for the canvas thing. Hold on for a minute, I'll just switch off.
Children, meanwhile, kindly take up all your materials and keep it ready in your workstation so that you can start with your work. Okay, children?
So the main requirement is canvas. This is where we are going to do our painting. The next thing, we need a white cement, we need a plaster of Paris, or if you don't have any of these things, you can just use a talcum powder, a white talcum powder. You can just use it. You need your acrylic colors, one color for your flower, one color for your leaf, and an additional color that is going to be yellow. So these are the three major colors. If you have different colors also, please go ahead with that. Then we need some mixing cups. We need some mixing spoons. We need a basic Fevicol. So these are the required things. Also have some water with you so that while mixing with paint, we need some water. So any queries with the required materials? Also have a small sheet of paper where you can practice it. A small sheet, invitation card or any kind of a card, you can just have it with you and use it for practice. So these are the required things. Do give me a thumbs up if you guys are okay with all the required things. The next thing we will see how to mix the colors and how to make the colors into a texture paste. This is the next thing we are going to see. For that, you would need a cup. You would need a powder base. You need a Fevicol. You need your paints. Keep all the three things ready. We will see what are the proportions to be mixed. Today we are going to make red and yellow roses. Can I go ahead, ma'am?
1 second, ma'am. We'll check whether all the children are having the required materials. We'll give time for them for 1 minute so that they take all their materials and keep it ready.
Sure, ma'am. Done.
Children, if all your materials are ready, could you please raise the hands so that we can start with the procedure? If you could raise your hands, yes. Many of them have raised their hands, ma'am. We can start with the procedure.
Great then. Okay. So just have a small cup, or you can also use a palette if you have. Any small thing that can hold some amount of paint is good enough to go. So first we are going to see how to make roses. So for the rose, we are going to use red color. So if you have any other color option for the rose also, please feel free to go for the same color which you prefer to go. Any flowery colors like yellow, pink, red, orange, everything is going to work perfectly for rose. So our favorite color is going to be red. So I'm just going to pick it red, a common color. Take in your acrylic colors. Pour around half a spoon of colors on your mixing cup. This is the first step. Next, we are going to use any kind of a powder. The powder can be white cement, the powder can be a plaster of Paris, or it can just be a normal talcum powder too. This is our second ingredient, which is the powder ingredient. This is going to help to build the texture in the paint. Because this is thin, we are going to convert the thin paint into a thicker one. For that, we need a powder ingredient. Just take 2 pinch and add it with your color. Next, we need our Fevicol. Just take few drops. And mix it nicely with your color. Make sure there are no lumps. It has to be nice and thick like a butter.
Ma'am, can we go over the procedure a little slowly so the children can also go ahead?
Sure, I'll repeat it now again. So first, take a cup. Next, your color for the rose. Add your color first. If you are done with this step, we'll go for the next 2 steps.
Children, if you have completed this first 2 steps, you can use your chat option and you can just inform us so that we'll be going with the next step.
The next step is keep your powder base ready, which is going to be white cement or plaster of Paris, and your Fevicol. These are the next 2 additions for your paint. Do let us know if you are done with the first step. We'll go for the next 2 ingredients to be added.
Children, if you have done, you can raise up your hand so that we can go to the next step. Okay, very good. So half of them have done, ma'am.
Okay, if you don't have the plaster of Paris or white cement, please go with the talcum powder, which you use at your home as a cosmetic ingredient. You can also use talcum powder. So just in case if you don't have that, you can just use talcum powder. So just take 1 or 2 pinches and drop it in your acrylic color. The next ingredient is going to be the Fevicol. If you're done with this, keep it ready. Basically, we are converting a thin paint into a thicker one so that we can give textures to it. We need a very small amount of Fevicol to be mixed with the colors. Acrylic colors are waterproof ingredient, so your painting is going to be lasting for a lifetime. It's a permanent way of painting something. And acrylics works on different mediums. You can use it on glass, you can use on paper, you can use on many different surfaces. It's a multi-purpose paint. Shall we go ahead by adding Fevicol to it?
Yes, ma'am. You can proceed, ma'am.
Okay. So just for measurement, I'm just taking a spoon. Take around few drops of Fevicol and mix it with your paint and powder. Mix it nicely so that all the three ingredients get mixed with each other. There shouldn't be any lumps. You can see the paint is becoming thicker since we added a powder ingredient and we added Fevicol to make it thicker.
Niveda, ma'am, there's a question from a child.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you explain what materials we can use with acrylic paints?
Like, what is the base material we can paint on?
With acrylic paints.
Okay, you can paint on glass, you can paint on wood, you can paint on walls, you can paint in most of the surfaces with acrylics. There is no surface like you shouldn't paint with acrylics.
No, ma'am, they're asking what materials can we use acrylic paints?
To make acrylic paints.
No, on what materials we can use acrylic paints? As you said, the same.
Yeah. So it works on most of the surfaces. You can paint on fabrics too. So it works on most of the surfaces. These are multi-surface paints. It works on every surface. So this is the consistency we are looking for. So it will become thicker. So this process is done to thicken our paint. Now we did with red. So whatever colors you have, you can do that with that color. As we said, rose can be in any color. So you can try with any different color which is available with you. Now I haven't done directly on the canvas because I wanted a trial piece. I wanted to show you how it's gonna look. So I've done in a waste piece of a card. So that we can try out and see and then do it on the canvas. You can take a chart paper, you can take an invitation card, or any kind of a sheet which is thicker than a paper for practice. If you are done with this, take a Q-tip cotton buds. We will see how to shape this into a rose. First, we will see single shade rose color. Then we will see double shaded rose. Are you done with this step, children? Just let me know. Or if you have any doubts, please clarify.
Children, if you have any doubts, you can put it in the chat option. And if you've completed, you can use the chat option and say you have completed.
Just make sure all the 3 ingredients are mixed nicely. It shouldn't look separated with each other. It should look in a complete single color. You shouldn't see traces of white powder. You shouldn't see traces of Fevicol. It should be in one single unanimous color.
Yes, ma'am. We can go ahead with the next step, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. So take your buds. So just watch how I'm doing it. I'll repeat the process. First you can watch it, then you can do along with me. So I'm spreading my red color in the shape of coil, like a swirl. This is a simple way of making a flower. So the little kids who are watching this, you can try this method. Start from the center, slowly make swirls. You will see the beautiful depth and heights for forming a flower. This is a very easy way of making a flower. This is especially for the little kids who are watching this. We'll make one more difficult way for the bigger children. Just swirl it up. So if you want a smaller flower, make small swirls. If you want bigger swirl, then just make it bigger. So depending upon the size of the rose, the number of swirls will increase. So this is an easy way of making a texture rose with single color. I will repeat. Add your mixed acrylic color with Fevicol and powder. Drop it on your sheet. Then slowly swirl it. So this will become your smaller flower. You're basically building a coil design and creating an abstract rose. Limit your swirls if you want a smaller flower. Extend your swirls if you want a bigger flower. Do let me know if this step was clear.
Ma'am, a child has asked, can we do the same with the poster colors?
Poster colors are very chalky and it's not very liquidy like acrylic colors, so it's difficult to do it.
Okay. Children, if you've done with the procedure, kindly use your chat option and tell me so that we can go ahead with the next procedure.
Yes, a few are showing on the screen. So I want everyone to show up too if you are done with your flowers. That's very nice. Beautiful attempts. Wow. Just in case if you don't have acrylics, do try with poster. Do not just watch it. You can definitely make an attempt with poster colors too. Everyone's flowers are looking very pretty. Wonderful. Now we will see a difficult way of making a rose. Shall we see the difficult one too? I think these kids are going to make it easier. They seem to be extremely talented. So I think it's going to be easy for you guys. Beautiful works. I have seen everyone's flowers. It's very pretty. So those who have doubt in mixing, look into the screen once more. First, your acrylics. You can use the same cup. Basically, we're doing a recap. Add in your powder. Add in a little bit of Fevicol. These are thickeners for your acrylic colors. Mix it thoroughly. Make into one unanimous paste. You shouldn't be able to see any white ingredients in your red color. Pour it on your surface. It should be a thick paste so that you get textures. If it's thin, you won't get textures. I'll wait for a few seconds. Then I will show you the next technique. The flower should have highs and low point. It should be texturous. I'll give you a zoomed in look. You have to see the highs and lows. Highs and lows will be visible only when you make the paint thicker. So try to make your paint thicker so that you get the desired texture effect. Once you're done, keep your buds ready. We will see the second technique. Second technique is C technique. We are going to make C. Alphabet C. Okay, look into the screen for a few seconds, then you can try it on your own. Take your buds, take a clean buds. Start from the center. Draw C on the left side and on the right side. From inside to outside. So this is the second style. Slightly difficult than the first one. So whichever technique you find it easier, go for that. If you are a beginner with painting, go for the swirl technique. That will be very easy. If you want to try the difficult one, please go ahead, try it out. Keep practicing, you will get it. I'll do it one more time.
Children, a small instruction. We would like to turn on your video when you're doing this particular craft work. So we just wanted to know how far you're able to do it. Kindly turn on your device and start your work, children. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we are doing it the second time. First step, place the prepared texture paste on your sheet. So if you had any doubt in the first time, just watch now so that it will be more easier for you to follow it. Take a clean bud. We are going to make C-like structure, the reverse C and the normal C, both the sides. Start from the center. Start making C. Alphabet C. Spread the paint from the center. If you spread more, you will get a bigger rose. If you add more paint also, you'll get a bigger rose. This will take around 1 hour to dry nicely. Don't touch it until it dries. If you touch it, it will become smudged and the design will get spoiled. Wonderful rose. I could see some beautiful roses. Do show it up if you are done with the rose. Do ask your queries if you have any doubts. I'll give you a zoomed in look so that you could see the textures, the depth and heights of the roses. Remember, this is a 3D structure. Beautiful works. Keep practicing. So before it dries, you can always reactivate it and change the structure also. As I said, it will not dry faster. So if you're not happy with any structure, redo it again. Beautiful, Taruna. Beautiful work, Janardhanan.
Krishna, your work is good.
Yes, Pratyusha, wonderful. Jitesh, Harini, Dhanani, everyone are doing a wonderful job. So if you are done with it, do practice 1 or 2 times before we go to the canvas. First is the swirl technique. Next is the C technique. Whichever you find it easier, go for it. Just make sure.
Ma'am, one student have asked the question, ma'am, can we use Rangoli paints for this?
Rangoli paint is poster colors. If you don't have acrylics, you can try with that. But acrylics is more recommended. Shall we see double color rose? Show me a thumbs up on the screen if you want a double color rose. Okay. So we are going to make red and yellow. Isn't it a beautiful color? Red and yellow combination for the rose. So to make 2 colors, we need 2 cups. 1 color for the red, 1 color for the yellow. So you know the mixing already. I will repeat it again. First pour in your red. Next, take your yellow color. The color combination is totally your choice. I am making it in red and yellow. You can make it in red and white. You can make it in red and violet. You can make it in blue and yellow. There are so many beautiful color combinations.
There's a doubt for a child.
Yes, ma'am.
Can we use red and white?
Definitely.
Okay.
So now our 2 colors are ready.
Once again, ma'am, can we do with brown and green?
Brown and green is not gonna work well.
Taruna, brown and green will not work well. It seems try with some other color.
You can try brown and yellow if you have, brown and white if you have.
Yes, ma'am. Continue, ma'am.
One pinch on both the cups. Little amount of Fevicol on both the cups. Procedure is the same, colors are different, that's all. Use a stirrer and mix it well. Make into a thicker paste. Don't use the same stirrer for both the colors. Use different stirrers or different spoon for both the cups.
Ma'am, there's another question. Ma'am, whether we can use artistic acrylics.
Yes, you can use. So there are 2 different grades in acrylics. One is student acrylics, one is artist acrylics. Student acrylics is cheaper and slightly lower quality. Artist acrylics, as the name suggests, it's of higher quality. So you can definitely use artist acrylics. See how thick my paint has become. It's not flowy, it's thick like a butter. Keep your two colors ready. We will see how to make double color roses. All these are sample roses. We are going to do the main roses only on the canvas. After all these trial and experiments are successful, we'll go for the canvas. Okay, I'm going for the next step. First, I'm pouring my red color. This is the first step. Second step, take your complementary color. That is my yellow color. Place it on the center. Red on base, yellow on top. So these are the first two steps. Next step, take your buds and keep it ready. Now you can do the same swirl technique or the C technique and finish your flower to get double color effect. Technique is, yes ma'am.
Ma'am, there's another question. Can we use blue and orange?
No, both are complementary colors, will not work well.
Isayarni, do not use that color, Kana. Use some other color, okay?
Blue and white or orange and white will go well.
Yes, ma'am. Continue, ma'am.
So now use any of the two techniques and finish your flower. So now both the colors will mix with each other and you'll get a double color rose. Use a C technique or swirl technique. So if you want more yellow, reduce the red color. If you want more red, increase the red color. Whichever color is going to be the priority, increase that color addition more. Here I have added 1 spoon of red and half spoon of yellow. So my red is dominant. If you're a yellow fan, add more yellow, reduce red color. This paste will not dry fast, so you can work slowly. There is no hurry. Janardhanan, it's looking very pretty. Wonderful rose. Harini, it's very beautiful. All the roses are wonderful. Wonderful work. Varshit has started to paint stems and leaves. That's very nice. Tanishka, wonderful. Pratyusha, wonderful. Jitesh, beautiful. Diksha, very pretty. All the flowers have turned out wonderful. So did you like this technique? Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. That's great. Shall we see how to paint leaves? We'll see a trial version, then we'll go for the canvas. So many thumbs up. Thank you. So for the leaves, we need a green color. So any doubts with the flowers, just let me know. We'll go for the next step.
Children, can you all turn on your device and show your work? We'll just look into how beautifully you have done your work. Just show it on the camera. Very good. Good, Ritika. Show it properly done. Good, Pratishna. Very good. Janashri, can you show your work? Ritika Shri, can you show your work? Very good, Jashwant. Ashwika, very nice. Good, Tanishka. Yes. Pratyush Radhakrishnan, okay. Good. Good work, good work. Yes, ma'am. We can continue, ma'am.
Okay. So take in any of the green color which you have with you. Now it's time for the brushes. Take any round brush of size about 4 or 5 or 6, somewhere around that. So we are going to practice in the worksheet, then we'll go for the canvas. Load your green in the brush. Don't take too much colors, just take limited colors. So I'll just show you how to do the leaves. One curve, a second opposite curve, and fill inside. If you find it difficult to do in freehand, take your pencil, draw the shape of a leaf, and then fill it. First fill the outline, then go for the inside. It will be easy for you. Don't do it on the canvas. We are practicing now. If you want to make bigger leaves, make a bigger structure first. Paint the outline area first. Then fill it inside. For the smaller leaves, make a smaller shape. Then fill it inside. So the plants will have different sizes of leaves. So we'll make smaller leaves, bigger leaves, and all kinds of leaves. Next, we'll see how to make fillers or pollens using dotting technique. Before we go for the next step, just make sure if you are clear with the leaf technique. Wonderful leaves, Janardhanan. Perfect. Yes, Ritvin, perfect. Dhanani, perfect leaves. Pratisha, perfect. Ashvika, just concentrate on the shape. It's perfect. Tavin, very pretty. Okay, next I'm going for the next step. A fun step, a easy step. Taruna, very nice. Harini, that's nice. Mritvika, very nice. Next step, take a Q-tip bud. Take your green color. Dip your buds with green color and make dots. So this is called as fillers. So you'll get some round, pretty textures. This is a dotting technique using buds. Just add few dots in the shape of a long triangle. If you want double color, just take your yellow color and add one more layer. Now you can try it out and see. I will repeat if you have any doubts. Yes, Mritvika, perfect. Use single color or double color according to your choice. So these are the three elements which we had practiced now. We will apply this on the canvas and do our final painting. Yes, Janardhanan, perfect. Everyone's fillers are looking very nice. So which is the one technique which you like the most among the three? You like the flowers, you like the leaves, or the fillers? Which was fun? Yeah.
Ma'am, there's a doubt from Deeksha.
Yes.
He wants to know the leaf method once again. Could you teach, ma'am?
Yes, definitely. So have a round brush ready with you. And we need green color for the leaf, obviously. Load the paint onto your brush nicely. So if you find it difficult to do in freehand, make use of a pencil. Draw the structure of a leaf, outline of a leaf. Use your brush. Fill the outline. Then fill the inside region. Make smaller leaves and bigger leaf combination for practice. Let me know if this was clear. Now we will see how to use all these techniques on the canvas directly and paint our final piece. Wonderful works, everyone. Shall we go for the canvas? Keep your paints ready. We will see how to make roses now on the canvas. So depending upon the number of roses you are going to make, add in your paint, add in your texture paints. So now I'm going to make 5 roses. Can you see 5 spots of paints? Leave some space between each spot so that we can create the rose in the space around it. Don't place the paints nearby. Give some distance. So if you want the double color effect, you can add the second color over this. Shall we go for the second color? So I'm adding a little bit of yellow on the top of my red color. So that I give a double color effect to my roses. Use the swirl technique or the C technique to complete your rose. I'll wait for a few seconds until you mix and place your paints ready on your canvas.
Ma'am, a doubt.
Yes, ma'am.
Can we use a A4 sheet if we don't have canvas?
A chart will be better.
Harini, use a chart, ma. And can we give blue color?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, Abhinaya, you can use blue color. Yes.
Paper is very thin. The paint is thicker. If we use the paint directly, then the paper will tear out or it will become very soggy. You can't work on a paper. It will be difficult for you. Use a thicker sheet. It will be easy. If you want more flowers, add more spots of paints. After adding the flowers, we have to add the leaves. We have to add the fillers. So leave some space on the background and on the sides so that you have some space surrounding the flowers. Once you are done with this, give me a thumbs up. So that we'll go for the next technique, making the rose. Okay, I got a few thumbs up. I'm expecting a few more thumbs up. So those who are done, keep your butts ready. Okay, most of you are ready now. So repeat the technique. See or swirl. Any technique which you are comfortable, go for that and build your rose. Make roses of different sizes. All the flowers are not going to be in the same size. So make a combination of smaller, bigger roses so that it looks natural. You can also use multicolor roses if you have different colors. Just swirl it or draw C-like structure onto your canvas. You'll get some pretty roses coming up. Four flowers are ready. One more to go. So I'm here for my final rose. So my 5 beautiful roses are ready. So if you have more space and more paint, you can also make additional roses according to your choice. Make it as a bunch so that we can add some leaves and fill it up to give a look of a completed painting. So I have made 5 roses based on red, 2 little roses based on yellow. Any doubts till now? So I'm adding some few small roses surrounding my main rose. So once we are done with this, we will see how to make leaves and how to make fillers. You can increase or decrease the number of flowers according to the space and size of your rose. After the paint dries as well, you will see the textures alive. That is the beauty of the texture painting. Keeping the textures of the flower alive is the importance and the priority in texture painting. I wanted to know, once you're done with the painting, please show up on the screen. Show it on the cam so that we can see. Ritwin, you can make more flowers on the center. Yes, Jitesh. Yes, Taruna. Beautiful. Yes, Tanishka. Beautiful work. Ashvika, you can make bigger flowers.
Ma'am, Kavita has asked a question. Can we
Yes.
use water paints?
No, you can't make textures with watercolors.
Kavita, it is not possible, Karna.
Watercolors are basically diluted medium. It won't create textures when we paint. Danuja, beautiful work. Anyone else who want to show up your work? Harini, you can create a bunch of flowers so that we can do a completed painting. Dhanani, very pretty flowers. Jitesh, yours is also very pretty. Pratisha, nice flowers. So those who are done with the flowers, keep your green paints ready. We'll make some leaves with the brushes. So take your green color and have your brushes ready. So if you're not good with freehand leaves, take your pencil, draw leaves surrounding your flowers. Make a combination of small and bigger leaves. Because plants will have a combination of different size of leaves, don't make same sizes. You can make stems and draw leaves as well. Are you able to see the leaves which I'm drawing in? Okay. Leave some space. We need to do the fillers with the cotton buds, the dotting technique. So don't fill it completely with leaves. Leave some space here and there. Let the rows be surrounded by leaves. Don't touch here and there. When it is wet, it will smudge up and your design will get spoiled. So do it slowly. Rotate your canvas and draw. It will be easy for you. So once you're done sketching the leaves, keep your paints ready. We will see how to paint with green color surrounding our roses. Give me a thumbs up if you are done with sketching. Keep your paints and your brushes ready. So we are making like a bouquet feel, a bunch of roses surrounded by leaves. When there are flowers, there has to be leaves as well to complement our flowers. So take your green color ready. I'm using green acrylic color. Load it nicely in your brush. Fill the leaves. First do the outline, then fill it inside. This will be an easy method for filling. You can also use two different colors of green to give a shading effect. You can mix your green with your yellow color and create a different shade of green too. Or if you have white, you can also mix your white with green and get a lighter green color. Acrylics are water-based medium. If you want to dilute your color, slightly add water and dilute it. So red, yellow and green has turned out to be a pretty combination. So choose your colors wisely so that the output will be pretty. If you want a double color combination, use your yellow and mix with your green color so that you give some shading to your leaves. Yellows and whites go well with green color. Don't choose any other color for giving a double shaded effect. Use yellow or green. Rotate your canvas so that you don't end up touching the texture paints. Make different size of leaves. Thinner, bigger, wider. Use different variations.
Ma'am, Shri Kumar has asked a question whether we have to dilute the green color.
Diluting is necessary only if the paint is thick. If it's in the correct consistency, then diluting is not necessary. So if you're not a first timer in painting, you can try double shading. Turn your canvas and fill the leaves. So wherever you find spaces which has to be filled, then add in some leaves or add in a bud or add in a flower in it so that it doesn't feel empty. And your painting looks complete by that way. Next thing, we have to make some fillers using buds. Before I go for the next step, I'll wait for a few minutes for you guys to confirm me if you understood this step. Wonderful work, Janani. The one on the bottom right, right? Do it slow, do it steady. Do not be in a hurry. Pratyusha, wonderful. If you're done with this step, keep your butts ready. We will see how to make pollen fillers. That is going to be our final step. I'll wait for everyone to finish, then we'll go for the next step. For the next step, have your green color ready and your butts ready. We are gonna do this now. The dotting technique. If you are done with the leaves and the flowers, do show it up on cam. Do let me know if you have any queries too. I shall help you out to sort out your queries before we go to the next step. Nice work, Taruna, Dhanani, Janardhanan, Harini. Pratisha, can you show me a closer look? Wonderful work, Pratisha. Ashvika, that's nice. Kannan, that's nice. We'll wait for a few more seconds and we'll go for the filler technique. Have your green color and butts ready, as I said already. Have your yellow color if you want a double color technique. So dip your butts in your green color. make some dots and build up a cone-like structure. Do this wherever you have lots of space to cover up. This will give a beautiful texture effect. So if you want a double color effect, dip the bird in yellow color. So I have my yellow color on the tip. Just layer it on top of your green so that you get a pretty double color effect. Green and yellow, green and white works well. Don't add too much, add in here, in there, wherever you find more spaces to cover up. Wherever you think you want some greenery additionally, just add this filler technique. So once you think the leaves and the pollens and the fillers are enough, you can stop your painting. If you want, you can add some grass effect. You can make some long strokes and add some grass-like effects. So I'm done with my leaves, the surrounding fillers and all. Now it's your turn to finish your painting and show it to us.
Children, we would like to see your artwork. Can you show us your artwork, children? Janali Shri, I'm not able to see. Ritika, can you show your work? Tanishka, Pratishna, Harini, Ashvika Loganathan. Very good, Ashvika Loganathan. Good, Jitish, Pratyusha. Oh, very nice, very nice. Pratyusha Radhakrishnan, Harinand, right? Harinand, you have done a good work, Harinand.
Beautiful works.
Can we have everyone's videos to be turned on, children, so that we'll be able to see your work? Children, have you all completed? Okay, now children, I think we will stop ma'am's video now. So if you're showing your work on the screen, we'll be just highlighting that. Okay, let me show Harinan's. Very good, Harinan, your work is extraordinary. And we can see Janardhan's video. Very good, Harinan. And those are children, if you are showing yours, we'll be spotlighting you on the screen. Yeah, thank you, Harinan. You have done a good work. Show it on the screen. You are spotlighted. Show it on the screen. Good. We can see Janardhan's work, Jitish's work, Shirley Agnes, Diksha's work. Children, if you are showing your work only, I can spotlight it on the screen. So kindly turn on your device and show it on the screen so that I can spotlight your videos. Yes, I've got Pratisha. I'll add you also on the screen. Harini, I will add you also to the screen. And Mritika, I'll add you also to the screen. And Kannan, I'll add you. I can see Tanuja, I'll add you. Shashmita, you're not able to turn on your camera, da? Okay, so few children's work again, let me spotlight. Yes, 1 second, children, 1 second. Tanvin, I'm trying to spotlight you. See, already those who have got the chance, I'm removing you from the spotlight and I'm trying to show other children's work also. I think all your works are spotlighted, children. Hope I did not miss anybody's work. If yours is not spotlighted, could you please just text me in the chat option? You cannot turn on your camera, child. I think everybody is able to turn on. Good work by all the children. Good work by all the children. Do you all have any doubts? Spotlight. One second, children. Diksha, yours is not spotlighted. 1 second, Diksha. I'll show yours also on the screen. Tanuja, I think your work is shown. I think everybody's is shown on the screen, children. One second, Tanuja. Niveda ma'am. Niveda ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, hope you are able to see all the children's work.
Wonderful works. They were truly beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. Ma'am, would you like to tell them something? Would you like to give them some ideas, ma'am? Okay, Taruna, yours is not spotlighted. 1 minute, Taruna. Let me show your thing on the screen. 1 second. So everybody can see Taruna's work. Taruna, hope you're happy. Right? Taruna, your work is shown on the screen. Yeah, thank you, Taruna. Yes, ma'am, you can continue, Niveda, ma'am.
Yeah. So finally, we are going to sign our painting. Write in your names and finish your work. Let it dry for a few hours nicely. Then you can frame it or just keep it as it is. And it's going to be there for a lifetime. So I'll be showing few of other texture work so that you get inspired and try even more. So this is also made using the same kind of technique. We have made a flower garden. So this is the same rose technique with a vase. But this is totally pastel colors. More light shades are used here. Today we use nice bright and dark shades. So you can try different colors and create your own beautiful work of your own and of your own taste. Yes, if you have any queries, please come up.
Tavin, your video is turned off. Tavin, I'm not able to see you. Tavin, once if you turn on your video and if you could show me, then I'll spotlight yours there. Very good work, Tavin.
Wonderful, Tavin.
Yeah.
So when you guys can make so beautiful roses on your first attempt, keep practicing, keep exploring. You can search different ideas or use your own ideas and create your own beautiful works and hang on your homes, on your rooms, and make it even more beautiful. So keep practicing, keep painting, keep enjoying, keep having fun. The more you do, the more you're going to get better in it. I'm so happy to see all the works presented today. I'll be even more happy if you keep practicing this.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Aishwarya, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for indulging our students in wonderful texture art and for clarifying all the doubts and providing the needed information to our students, ma'am, and for also making it a fascinating experience. You also showed us how creativity is very important in a person's life and how it can help us to create our own new world. The art form was observing, enthralling, and also a fresh experience to our students, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Art is also a critical component of healthcare. Expressive art is a tool to explore, develop, and practice creative as a means to welfare. I invite Darshan Karnan of Class 6 to propose the vote of thanks.
A delightful afternoon to one and all present here. It gives me a great honor to propose the votes of thanks. First, I would like to thank our guest of honor, Mrs. Balanevita ma'am, for captivating us through the enticing art form to all our students and parents. Thank you, ma'am. I would like to thank our director, Sir Dr. C. Sadish, the embodiment of knowledge, for the guidance and support in raising the standard of every student. Thank you, sir. I wish to thank our principal, sir, Mr. Rohit Sadish, sir, for leading all students to experience every phase of activities. Thank you, sir.
I would also like to thank our academic coordinator and primary wing head, Mrs. Niranjani ma'am, for assisting and comforting the students in all way possible. Thank you, ma'am. I also thank our parents who have been there showing their persistently love and support which help us to reach our desired goal. Thank you, parents. I would like to extend my gratitude to all the teachers and students for being on our side and always reassuring and showing compassion during all the events. Thank you, teachers and students. I also wish to thank our technical team for helping us for the smooth functioning of the session. Thank you, teachers. I conclude by saying art has a healing power through color, and art must be performed by everyone because it helps you to grow beyond your current self. Thank you.
Thank you, Darshan Kannan. I firmly believe that all human beings have an access to ordinary energies and powers. Judging from accounts of mystic experience, heightened creativity, or exceptional performance by artists, we harbor a life that we know. The nature of masterpiece is not to dazzle. The nature is to pursue, to convey, and to enter into us through our pores. I believe that this session was a colorful one where it opened the gates of creativity in all our students and enlightened them in various manner. That brings us to the end of today's session. On behalf of Paavai Group of Schools, I would like to thank everyone and welcome everyone for attending today's session. Thank you.
Thank you, Aishwarya ma'am. And a small instruction to all the students. Immediately after the session is over, I request you all to send your work to your class teacher. Okay, children? Thank you so much. Thank you, Niveda ma'am. And thank you everybody for supporting. We'll end the session now. Thank you, children.